Yeah, my friends, so it's been a lot of discussions online now about the DJI Action 5 Pro and the low bitrate on that camera. It's been quite a lot of discussions and people are posting videos and discussing this. And it seems to be real, actually. If you see on the spec on DJI Action 5 Pro, the bitrate is a lot lower than the Action 4 and also the GoPro Hero 13, actually as low as 60 megabits per second in 4K 30, and that's extremely low, and that will affect the image quality in some way. Of course, if you're sitting vlogging like this and don't have too much movement, it shouldn't affect the image quality that much, but bitrate is important to give us the best image quality. And what is strange is that DJI has introduced a new chip on the Action 5 Pro, which should help the camera to work more efficient and not that hard. So why have they done this? I think it's two things. It's to preserve better battery life, so they can brag about 4 hours, and also overheating issue. Because if you see on the Hero 13, they've given the camera a heat sink, but to prevent overheating. But of course, yeah, the GoPro Hero 13 overheats before DJI Action 5 Pro, but that can be due to the bitrate actually, because if GoPro produces much higher bitrate in higher resolutions, that will affect camera, of course, and it could make the camera overheat a lot quicker. So can DJI do something on a firmware update with this camera? Hopefully. I think it should be possible for us to manually adjust the bitrate, choose between 60, 80 or 100 or even more. So it's kind of strange to see that the Action 5 Pro has lower bitrate than the Action 4. And I've seen a lot of videos online, and for me, especially in daylight, it seems like the skin tones is kind of soft, and you can see some artifacts in the image, and that is actually due to bitrate, because it's tough for the camera to process the files quick enough to preserve the shadows and the highlight in a good way. And the Action 5 Pro is supposed to have high dynamic range of 13.5 stops. I think the Action 4 has 10 stops or maybe lower, but why the hell have they done this? And this could actually affect the image quality. The camera produces actually better low light than the Action 4 and also the Hero 13. That's not difficult at all. But that could be due to the sensor, of course, and some hardware tweaking. But why don't give us the possibility to adjust the bitrate according to the resolutions? Because the higher resolutions, the more bitrate you need to process the image. So I think that DJI need to do something about this and tell people why they have done this. Because according to some leaks, the chip in the camera has the power to handle higher frame rates, higher resolutions, and then higher bitrate. So why have they done this? So the chip on the Action 5 Pro is not an indoor Chinese chip. It's actually supposed to be from another country or from another supplier, not DJI themselves. So it's really important, I think, that DJI is doing something with the camera, because yeah, I think that the image quality on the Action 5 Pro is better than the Action 4, but that can be due to the way they film or what they show us, especially with the early releases or the sponsor videos, because it's pretty easy to do some tweaking there to make it as good as possible. And of course, those people don't talk negative about the Action 5 Pro at all. Of course, I ordered the camera. It's coming next week, but if I'm not happy about it, I'm gonna return it, of course. So hopefully DJI can fix this with a firmware update and give us some option to choose bitrate, because I don't care if the battery lasts 2 hours and not 4 hours. I don't care. That's fine by me. And if I'm out doing action sports and activities, I want to have the best image quality possible. And I don't want to see a bunch of artifacts and strange things in the image. I want to have the best clear image possible. Then the camera need to work on a higher bitrate. Low bitrate means low quality, high bitrate means high quality. If I'm shooting in lower resolutions, that's fine. But if I'm shooting in high resolutions like 4K and above, I want the highest bitrate possible to get the best image quality. And this can affect dynamic range. It can affect when you're out doing activities with artifacts. So come on, DJI, give us an update to this camera. Please explain why you have done this. Why is Action 5 Pro has lower bitrate per second than the Action 4 and the GoPro Hero 13. So tell me what you think about this. Is this a deal breaker for you? And did you know about it? Because I didn't know about it. I was, yeah, why should the Action 5 Pro has lower bitrate than the Action 4? I was pretty sure it's going to be higher. I think that the GoPro Hero 13 is topping at 160 megabits per second, and the Action 4 is 130, and the Action 5 Pro is supposed to be 100 megabits per second, but some people say that it actually is as low as 60 MPS per second. That's really, really low. So hopefully DJI can fix this. But tell me what you think, that's important, and of course give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I see you on the next one.